Atiku and Tinubu, two political allies, challenged by 2023. In 1992, they featured in the transition to civil rule program by military President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. One became a senator, the other unsuccessfully sought to be president and vice president. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been around in Nigerian politics. They belong to the Social Democratic Party SDP, which symbol was a white horse. Surviving the turbulence that followed the failed Third Republic, they featured prominently in the politics of the Fourth Republic. One became governor, the other jumped from the governorship seat he never sat on to the vice presidency he craved in the aborted Third Republic. This time around, they parted ways, while Tinubu became a playmaker, first in the Alliance for Democracy AD, Action Congress, and later Action Congress of Nigeria. Atiku played second fiddle in People's Democratic Party (PDP). Intricate political maneuver brought them together in 2007 on the ACN platform, where Atiku sought unsuccessfully to be president of Nigeria once again. Now, 15 years after, they plotted from the same platform to mount the horse of Nigeria's presidency. These two political juggernauts have again been joined by similar ambition in the chase of the ultimate political prize. Although Tinubu, who goes by the sobriquet Jagaban, said becoming Nigeria's president had been his lifelong ambition, Atiku has been reflecting those same words in action. It will be recalled that in 1992, when he ended up as the second runner-up in the SDP presidential primary, Atiku, who is well known first as Turakin and now Wazirin Adamawa, contested for the party's ticket on the promise of being the bridge. On the spot, Tinubu secured an easy win to represent Lagos East Senatorial District in the Senate. Although that third Senate did not last long, Tinubu was the central player in the politics of election of floor functionaries. With eye on the impending presidential primary, Tinubu worked for the emergence of Professor Iyorchia Ayu as the president of Senate to pave way for the emergence of Chief Moshood Abiola as the SDP presidential standard bearer. Tinubu's strategic vision was said to be anchored on the scheme that in the event that North produces the president of Senate, it will be odd for the same region to still angle for the party's presidential ticket. Ayu's emergence as Senate president was said to have helped to galvanize support for Chief Abiola at the Just Convention of SDP. Had he wanted, Tinubu was well positioned in the third Senate to clinch the position of Senate president. But by supporting a candidate from the Middle Belt, he brightened the chances of Southwest during the SDP presidential primary at the Just Convention. At the Just Convention of SDP, Atiku played similar pragmatic politics to what Tinubu did during the election of Senate floor functionaries. At the end of the first ballot, a clear winner could not emerge from among the three leading aspirants, namely Abiola, Babagana Kingebe, and Atiku. With a vote tally of 2,066, Atiku and his sponsors saw that if he should align with Abiola, who garnered 3,617 delegate votes, that could place him at a vantage position to negotiate for the presidential running mate. A runoff election was planned because Abiola's margin of win over Kingebe was less than 400. Ambassador Kingebe scored 3,225 votes to Abiola's 3,617. However, after a long interplay of intrigues and contact mobilization, the repeat contest, which was staged for the three leading aspirants out of the pack of 27, showed what had transpired the night before. Utilizing the 2 minutes allocated to each of the three front row contenders to address the delegates, Atiku declared, "Distinguished national delegates, I very much appreciate your endorsement last night. I will remain ever grateful for the endorsement." Without raising his head to scan the array of delegates and party faithful, or pause to gauge the feelings of the supporters, the 47-year-old presidential aspirant from Adamawa announced that he was stepping down for Chief Abiola. Although he explained that the decision was in order to ensure a rancor-free election tonight, Words later filtered in that Atiku was prevailed upon by his political godfather, General Shehu Musa Yar'Adua, to step down and pave way for his selection as presidential running mate to Abiola, perhaps incensed that their candidate was guided by selfish consideration rather than regional solidarity. Some of Atiku's supporters did not accept his plea to allow me to discontinue the race. That disconnect played out when they split their votes between Abiola and Kingebe, such that Abiola's margin of winning votes shrank from 392 to 227. It could be recalled that after the unsuccessful presidential run of the 2007, Atiku returned to PDP to prepare for the 2011 election. However, with the birth of the All Progressive Congress APC and President Goodluck Jonathan's insistence to contest the 2015 poll, the Fourth Republic Vice President joined his ally Tinubu in the new fold. Yet, as happened during the building up to the 2015 poll, Atiku headed back to PDP in 2017 with eyes on the 2019 presidential election after it became apparent to him that incumbent President Buhari was headed for a second term. The 2023 election presents the last meeting point of these two political allies' ambition to lead Nigeria and brought them back together for the same purpose but on different vessels. As both strong political actors with means and fortune stir the waters, the words of Sylvester Stallone must be running in their heads. The last fight is on the mountain, finish and go. Whether the last fight will be during the PDP and APC presidential primaries or the main election next February is left to be seen. The former governor of Lagos State has, however, continued to move crowd with his catchy sound bites and organizational swag. He said that contesting the presidency has always been his life ambition, although that statement was a weak rephrasing of Pa Awo's remark that he needed only 24 hours to transform Nigeria. Tinubu has so far not disappointed that he has a gift of the gab. When a rival used the occasion of his declaration for presidential race to run round the football field, Tinubu, sensing that the joke was directed at him, retorted, "I'm not applying for the job of bricklayer." Reminded of the number of formidable politicians that are running for the 2023 presidency, the Jagaban delivered his uppercut. "I don't know why they are running, where they are running to. I'm going to the villa." On his part, although Atiku seems to have lost steam, he has been deploying surrogates to work the system to ensure that he remains the center of the discussion in PDP. But with Governor Nyesom Wike, Bala Mohammed, and former spokesperson Prince Kazeem Afoegba hammering on his age and that of his ideas, Waziri Adamawa's staying power speaks to the function of the strength of his experience and depth of his pocket. While the zoning narratives favors Tinubu, Atiku has succeeded in dispelling the strong points against his stance on the power rotation argument. Consequently, no matter how things turn out at the primaries, these two old SDP white horses have shown capacity by shaking the tables in both governing APC and the main opposition PDP.